on the lead up, I like to let people see exactly what's been going on. So I get a bit more of an insight. Time moves on, and as time moves on, things happen, and so there's new experiences to talk about. And I want people to be as tapped in with this fight as possible, because, like you said, we've been working together. We're focused on getting the job done. So I want people to hear this, and so they've got a bit more of a backstory moving into this. So
awesome, man. Mate, first place I want to start is why Tiger Muay Thai? Why'd you come out here for this fight camp?
I came out in, I think it was Jan 2020, the first time I came out with me, Lerone, Loz. We came out, obviously Brendan's been coming here for a while now, he's been coming here for a long time. So, it was something for me where I came out and I experienced the gym and the bodies that were in the gym, and the atmosphere, and obviously the soil, and everything out here was just perfect for me. It was like, wow, as a fighter, you've coming into something where you've got everything at your doorstep. Your hotels there, your gyms across the road, you've got food, you've got massage, you've got recovery, ice bath, you've just got everything all in one.
Bro,
come on, do you know what I mean? So
rattled all that off, I'm just like, that's exactly why I'm here.
Exactly, and that's for me. It's kind of like, you can't beat this as an athlete. You can't, especially a fighter, you can't beat this environment anywhere in the world. I've got friends who have been, around the world training in different places, and they've always said that, listen, when it comes to Thailand, that's the one place. I used to have a teammate / coach / training partner, Panakos Youssef, who's like a world champion Thai boxer. He's from Cyprus, but he used to have fights, and every time he had a big fight coming, he'd always go to Thailand, and I'd say, why? He said, bro, you'll understand when
you've got to be there to experience it.
Yeah, and I came in January 2020, I experienced it, and the training was immense. I didn't actually even have a fight, and I was training like I had a fight.
Yeah.
So I've always said, when I get a big fight coming up, I'm going to get out and I'm going to go and do a full camp out here, and that was my main purpose and reason for coming and doing it.
Yeah, I remember one of the first conversations we had about why you're out here, and what was going on, preparation for the fight, etc. And something that you said stuck with me, man, and it's something that I've experienced with not just fighters, but most people that come over here and train at Tiger Muay Thai and base themselves on the soy is, it removes a lot of distractions, because you've got a family back home, you've got kids, you've got a business, you've got lots of shit going on, man. You're a busy man. You're a fucking entrepreneur. You're doing big things in the world. So being in a place like this just helps make those decisions a little bit easier.
100%.
It allows you to get away from not necessarily those distractions back home, but those stressors, because all of those things are stressors, man. And if you've got all of those things going on in the background, it means you're not going to be able to train as hard. You're not going to be able to recover as well, because stress is stress, man, and we need to recover and adapt from that. So is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, you know what, even saying that just it reiterates to me, sometimes I'm, as men, especially men that we are, we like to take responsibility and take ownership and step up, and we like to believe that we can deal with everything, and sometimes for men I feel like that type of mentality sometimes can be our detriment and detrimental to our progress and to our own mental health. And me being the type of person I am, resilient character, I believe that I can balance everything, and all my camps that I've had whilst I've been signed to Bellator have been whilst I've been in that stressful environment. Stress being a present father in my children's lives, being in a relationship and trying to support my partner, and being at home and trying to support my mum and my sister, and just trying to do my bit. Sometimes it does take a lot out of you, and also with the business is moving at a fast rate, and it's a growing business, so it needs a lot of attention. It's another child within itself. This time round, and my performances have been good in Bellator, but my performances could have been better, and I believe that me taking the distractions out leaves me with a clear thought process of attack and approach in this one, because I've got no excuses.
Yeah, cool, man. We'll circle around to the business later on in the conversation, but something that I want to talk about is, obviously being at Tiger, you've got me running strength and conditioning, Johnny's been running striking, you've been doing MMA with Joseph, you don't have your typical team around. So you've changed location, you've removed those distractions, but now you're in a different environment where you've got a completely different team around. How has that affected your mentality and your preparation?
Like I said, it's all about for me, it's about analysis. So I analysed before I came out. I knew exactly who I wanted to work with. Obviously, you know, there's other people in the gym, but obviously there's been a bit of a move around at the gym. So for me, it was kind of like, okay, you know, I'm close with Woody, but obviously there's been a move around at the gym. So for me, it was kind of like, okay, let's look. And obviously, I've always seen you working, and I've seen your approach to the game, and I know how clinical you are with your approach, and I have respect to your work rate and your professionalism. So, you know, bringing you on board was definitely an easy decision. Obviously, Johnny's Johnny. You know, Johnny's down to earth, great person. Really wants you to win, but more than anything, is a great coach as well at the same time. So, you know, obviously Joe's black belt is the man. He's down to earth. He's humble. He's my type of guy as well. So everything just made sense. And you know, obviously I've been hitting pads with Matt as well. Like, for me, it was, I've been through a lot. I've had to adapt to crazy environments, going to prison. I've had to adapt to them environments, being in gangs. I've had to adapt to different environments. You know, moving from city to city when we was moving around on the streets, I've had to adapt into different environments. So being able to adapt to a new environment and a new system is not really too hard for me.
Yeah.
But
when you put it like that, it makes it sound really easy.
Yeah, well, for me.
Yeah.
For everybody else.
But that's the thing. That's your reference point. You come from this background where you've had to, you know, fucking fight for survival, man. You know, and then you get into a position like this where, you know, you're in a completely different environment. You've got a completely different team around you, and like it's quite an easy transition for you by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it was an easy transition. Don't get me wrong, we've still got communication with the team back home, but you know, this is, you guys have been working with the best fighters in the world at the same time, so you know, it's a bit of a no-brainer at the same time.
Yep.